What up, though? Peace and love. It's your favorite leader man, Karon Joseph Riley, and you are watching the Gunther Show. Stay tuned and just keep pedaling.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Gunther Show. Thank y'all so much for watching. Remember to like and share this video. I greatly appreciate it. We making history on today, y'all, because I got my friend, my brother, who is doing this interview in the pool, ladies and gentlemen. Without any further ado, the Gunther Show welcomes the king, Karon Joseph Riley. What's going on with you, brother?
What up, though, King? Peace and love, brother. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing not as good as you because you in the pool right now.
Hey, man, I'm out here charging my melanin up, man. You know, we got to do it, man. We got to be intentional about it, man. But this sun is everything. It's so dang on hot right now, boy. It's almost back to the dang on days of slavery out here. So hot.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. I was like, you know what? Normally I'm in the suit tie, but today I'm like, look here, I'm going the blazer and the jacket, calling it a day. I ain't gonna lie, this jacket might come off at some point, but that's not the point.
Go ahead, match my energy, dog. Well, no. Pause, pause. I don't need that sounding crazy in
I
this new Diddy
understand.
era. You got to be careful what you say to everybody. Yeah,
Man, ain't that the truth, man? But on a serious note, man, I'm gonna
yeah.
go ahead and like share this. I remember when when we first chopped it up about 5 years ago, we had a chance to develop a rapport, and you were the guy that just continued to show me love. You, your lovely wife, Terry. And I just want to tell y'all thank you, man, because y'all always show the brother some love, yo.
And I'm proud of you too, man, because you took the torch years and years ago when you first started out, man, and now anytime I'm out, anywhere I'm out, carpet, you there doing your thing, getting interviews, doing the thing you said you was gonna be doing. That was what, 10, 12 years ago, man. I think when we first started working, when you started, man, how long ago was that?
I want to say it was, I think, right at the start of the pandemic. I think it
Yeah.
was like
So 5 years ago, going on six now, well, maybe seven, but you've been doing your thing, man. Proud of you. Keep pedaling.
I appreciate that, man, because
Yeah.
every time I've seen y'all since then, it's been all love. And sadly, we all know people in this industry that are really good actors. What I mean by that is, yeah, they act like they're your people. They act like they'll rock with you, but then you see them in person, then they start acting real weird.
Chris, I turned the Wi-Fi off. We should be good now.
That's how I know you by the poolside, though, man. I love it.
I had turned off my Wi-Fi, you know what I'm saying? I had turned off my Wi-Fi.
It's all good, man. But you had said something. Keep peddling, which is your book that's available now. Why don't you go ahead and share that with us?
Yeah, man. My first book, Keep Pedaling, the thing I learned on my bike and the wisdom to help you keep pedaling in life is available now. All places you can find books, but more importantly, you can get it on my website, KaronJosephRiley.com. Let's skip the middleman and let's support each other directly. Um, if you get it from my website, I'll sign it, give you a note from myself, special card that comes with the Keep Pedaling brand. You get a pen, a Keep Pedaling pen. It's a bunch of little stuff I put in it to show my appreciation for you, skipping Barnes and Noble and Amazon, and you come into my website. So I give you a little bit more than what you're gonna get from other spots. But the bottom line is you can get the wisdom anywhere on the planet, which is what my intention was originally to give it to a young brother, young sister that looks like me, who needs some guidance, who didn't have the coaches and the village that I grew up with. Because I tell people all the time, anything I've done successful has been on the shoulders of my ancestors, my mother, my father, my grandparents, the coaches, all the teachers who poured into me. The list goes on and on. So I would be remiss if I don't mention those people. And that book is another way of me paying homage to those said people in that book, to say thank you for the wisdom. And I believe that wisdom is supposed to be gained, but also shared and given back out in order to retain more wisdom. So that's what my book is. It's my manifesto of what my mind works, how my spirit works, and how I navigate the challenges of life, um, and the things I do to accomplish the goals I've accomplished.
The goals you've accomplished is something that those of us that are ascending, we can sit back and use as inspiration, because you're a guy who worked your tail off, made it to the NFL, made a great career out of it. Then you made a pivot. Now here you're doing your thing on the big screen, on television and, films. When did you know that you had something special, especially in the second part of life?
By the time I got to the second part, Chris, I'll be honest, bro, it was understood. My older brother Jomo told me something when I was still in the NFL, and he knew I was wanted to act and start acting eventually when I finally finished playing football. And he's like, man, that shouldn't be hard for you based on your resume of what you've already accomplished. I was like, what do you mean? He said, man, you've already made it to the 1%. Next time you want to do that, it's muscle memory.
Right.
And in that moment, it was, I don't know if what you call those aha moments, but I had that aha moment that day. My brother said that to me, and I've carried that into my next the second half, as you mentioned. I carried that into my second half, man. I carried that confidence of I know that I'm a 1%er already. To get back is gonna be a challenge. I know that, but I also know the way. I got the roadmap. I got the GPS locked in. Um, Even when you put into your GPS on your car, it gives you the directions how to get directly to your place. Um, but you still gotta make the drive. You know what I'm saying? You still gotta get in the car, you still gotta go, you still gotta, you know, get there safely, avoid the traffic, avoid, all of the things that can happen. If an accident happens and cuts you off, you still gotta get there. I think that's what I've been using. The same GPS I used to get to the NFL. I'm using that now to become the top one of the production company in the books, uh, designing my own clothes, do all the different things I'm doing. I don't see any limits for myself. The only limit I got is time, and I think we all got that limit because we don't know how much time none of us have.
Facts.
So I say that to say the only limit I got on me is just not knowing my account balance and how much time I got. But with the time I do have, I'm gonna keep pedaling until to the wheels fall off.
From peddling, here you are, one of the best shows on Netflix. Shout out to y'all with She the People. That's something that
Thank you.
everyone
Shout out
can.
to my wife, Terri
Yes,
J.
sir.
Vaughn. That's
There's no
her creation, her show. I'm just blessed that I was able to come in and actually earn my spot and do what I do. And I could actually help her in her journey and watch. And I got to watch up close, man. Her put a master class on sitcom acting and just she was a powerhouse, man. I caught myself watching sometime and not actually being in my character when I shouldn't have been, but I had the perfect role. I was her security, so me staring at her looking crazy didn't look crazy because that's what I was supposed to be doing. But it was times, man, when she was working, I was just like, oh my God, she's a tour de force right now. She is doing some amazing work, man. And Tyler, he works, man. He pushes us to the limit as far
Mhm.
as the page count for the day, the pace. You gotta be on your shit, man. There is no in Tyler Perry's world, there is no excuse my French, there's no fuck around. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? You immediately feel Tyler's passion, his intention, and his purpose, you know what I'm saying? And his way, right? Um, and I'm thankful that I was able to work with Tyler early in his career when he had Meet the Browns. I got an episode. I did Love Thy Neighbor. I did um, For Better or For Worse. I was able to get in back into his world, and it's a lot faster than it was back then. It's
Oh
even
yeah.
faster than yeah. It's I feel like every year he's adding 20 pages to the page count daily. But um, I was thankful for the full circle one because literally Tyler is the person who gave me my break on television with Meet the Browns. I had one line, and that was my first time being able to say a line on TV, which gave me my SAG card, which set me on my way. So every time I get to work with Tyler, I always feel like I'm on the right path of my career because of where I started at with Tyler. Tyler gave me my first screen test.
Mhm.
Tyler was the first person to flew me to LA to do the screen test. Like I try to express this to Tyler sometime, but he's a man unto himself in an island, and he does this thing. He's got so many things that he's worried about and creating and doing. So I just kind of but so I'll say it in this interview, so maybe he might see it, and I'll tell him, Tyler, thank you for believing in me 14, 15, 16 years ago when I first started giving me that line, and subsequently giving me two other shows that you did and worked with you in multiple times. And thank you again for my wife's show. Thank you for believing in her vision and going forward and doing what you're doing. And just thank you for being our Walt Disney. So that's my thank you to Tyler. I hope he gets to see it one day, or I'll eventually say it to him. I just got to find the right time.
1 billion% understand, bro. But that's one of the things that we as kings can do. We can give each other our flowers while we can still smell them, because
Right.
when we 6 feet under, we can't do nothing with them.
You can't do nothing with them. You can't do nothing with none of it. That's why I live the way I live now. Like when I see you, I tell you I love you. I tell you, man, I'm proud of you. I tell you these things. So there is nothing left unsaid really in that realm. You know what I'm saying? Um, so if God forbid one of us do transition to the next adventure, you know, I would hope that Chris understands, and I know that you, and I'll understand that Chris had love for me, and I hope you understand I had
100%.
love for you, and that's all we can do for each other in this realm, man. Is let each other know what we know, and 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 uh and just all take it in with love, man. Lead with love, and everything else that follows usually works itself out.
Yes, it does. And the people have loved the show. It was #1 on Netflix, and part two comes out in August. What can the people expect, especially from your character? Which, by the way, I love what you're doing with it, brother. I love the suits. I got inspired. I ain't gonna sit up here and lie to you.
Yeah, I gotta say, man, Rayonda over there at TPS, the costume designer, she and I had good fun with that simple black suit, but she made sure the fit, the cut,
Yes,
everything
sir.
was on point. She let me pick my shoes because she know I like a certain kind of shoe to feel. She did her thing, man. And again, just I can never take credit for anything because all I'm doing is showing up and remembering some lines, man. It's not There's so many people as actors that we stand on so many shoulders to look great and be great. That it's so hard for me to take the credit that comes with the accolades of the time when we do our jobs. Because it took for that show to look as great as it did, it took a grip, it took a gaffer. It took a scripty. It took a writer. It took a person in craft services making our food. It takes a full team village for the people with the cheekbones to do what they do. You know what
Facts.
I'm saying? I just come with the cheekbones, and everything else is in God's hand, and the rest of the team, bro. So again, I always deflect the kudos to me because again, it's not about me. I'm just fortunate and happy that I was able to play in that world.
I was fortunate enough to interview 3 people from the cast:
Uh-huh.
yourself, your lovely wife, and Jade.
Uh-huh.
And as
Yeah,
I was look,
Jade.
and as dude, I kid you not, as I was looking at it, I started smiling from ear to ear because on the top show on Netflix, all 3 of them at some point have came through the Chris Gunther show. And just on the personal, I want to tell y'all thank you, because this is what we do: show love and show up for each other. What are some of the things that you got coming up in the second half that people can look forward to? Because I know you ready to go back out there and enjoy that pool, brother.
I'm still enjoying it. This is all happening all in real time, brother. I'm having a good
Yeah.
time, brother. Like I'm just like literally you sitting here at the pool with me, man. Matter of fact, you got to pull up, man. You got to pull up at some
Heck,
point.
shit, get me out of Ohio
You
for a little bit. I need to get
Yeah,
the heck out of here.
you got to pull up, dog. So next time you're in town, bro. Next time you're in town, hit me. Just next time you're in town, man. You're in town working or whatever, man. Just text me, hit me up, man, and shit. Let's pull up if I'm home, man. You more than welcome to pull up, man. The next half of the series. It's gonna be good, man. I think my character in general, Michael, he is going to have a bigger part that's gonna help keep going forward, which is gonna be some fun stuff happening in there. Everybody is really into their wheelhouse, the second act. You know what I'm saying? Jade found her character completely. Mojo found his character completely. Terry, of course, is in her zone. We get to see more Tequila Whitfield, more TC Carson, more Denise Boutte. We get to see all of us more. Um, and I think that's gonna be the treat for the second eight. It's just we gonna really build those other characters out just a little bit more for the second eight going into hopefully the second season. Um, when Netflix gives us the second season, when TP and all those guys come together and we get the second season, I'm just speaking into existence. It hasn't been anything announced. So let's just make sure that's known. Nothing has been announced. This is just me, positively speaking, like I always do. But second half is gonna be great, man. I hope the same people that tuned in the first half tune in again and bring the 10 to 12 20 people that they told about the first half, bring them along with them.
I'm definitely tuning in, especially, you had mentioned TC Carson. Not
Yeah, my
only,
brother.
but I say, not only do we have TC, but we have another legend and Miss Joe Payton. You know, Joe
Joe
Marie
Marie,
Payton,
man.
who
Oh
has
man, the
been doing,
godmother, the godmother.
yes,
Yes, Joe
sir.
Marie. I don't know how
And
I didn't say her name. Joe Marie Payton, the godmother. And she and I had such a camaraderie, man. Like we immediately locked in, and I felt like a son.
yes,
Um,
sir.
I felt like a son to her, and our conversations offset, just hanging out. She reminds me of my grandmothers, my aunts, the same strong black women I grew up with. So
Yeah, man.
she immediately became endeared in my heart, and she will always be that. And then to turn just to see her work and do what she does, especially after I grew up on Family Matters and the shows that she made popular,
Yeah.
it was an honor, man. You know what I'm saying? I kept pinching myself. Um, every day on set, like, man, this is a dream come true, man. Like I'm hanging out with these kind of folks and we just having a good time.
And that's how you know you're blessed, because think about it. You go from, growing up, you doing your own thing, working hard, and then you get rewarded from the hard work by making it to the league. You transition out of the league and continue to have more blessings because you meet your wife, y'all build something, and now you're working together. What message would you like to send to those others who are building something together?
It's simple, Chris. If you can see it in your third eye, meaning there's things you can see that nobody else can see, there's things you can hear nobody else can hear. If those things are happening, telling you that's what you should do, you can see the next step, you can see your career leveling up, you can see all these things. That means that those things are already happening in another frequency, which is what we all have to get aligned to. That's what the work does. It puts you in alignment with the person that already exists. It puts you in alignment with your future self, on that frequency. So I tell all people, if you can see it, believe it, and just keep pedaling until it becomes your reality. Simple. And it's not simple, but it is. And really, that's why I love to keep pedaling, because it's a very simple mantra. Um, people say it's about a bike, and no, the energy came from me riding my bike, and I get a lot of gifts from the universe on that bike. But the keep pedaling energy itself is what we all need, man. We all need that. I'm never going to quit on myself. Now, I may quit on some other people. I may quit on some jobs. I may quit on some other, but don't ever quit on yourself. I tell my son, my daughters, I said, look, man, you're gonna lie to a lot of people in life at some point. You're gonna tell some lies. And just, you're not perfect. But never lie to yourself. Don't lie to yourself. The moment you start lying to yourself is when things start going left. So, young fella, don't you lie to yourself. If you know you're not doing the work you need to do, don't be mad if your career ain't where you want to be. So you see what I'm saying? You got to take accountability. It's my fault even when it ain't. That's the level of accountability that I live by. I got that from
Hmm.
my best friend David Banner, man. It's my fault even when it isn't. So if you can be accountable to your dreams just as much as you're accountable to your mistakes and everything else in between, everything works out.
Yes, it does. And it's always a pleasure for us to get a chance to chop it up. I understand we got to jet out of here because that pool is looking so good while I'm up here in this suit. Conversation for a different day. If anybody
Yeah, but
wants,
it's hot up there like it's hot down here. We in the same heat bubble right now, dog. We are in the same heat bubble, dog. You in Ohio, I'm in Atlanta, and it don't feel no different.
it really don't. But you know what? I'm gonna enjoy every minute of it because I hate the snow with a passion, and I
Oh,
need
I know
all.
you do.
I hate the snow. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. One of the reasons I hate it is because I turn pale in the wintertime. All right, I
So
can't
you're
stand.
not pale right now?
I'm not, and I'm enjoying every minute of it. Enjoying every minute.
That's that's just your big brother messing with you, dog.
It's all good. Hey, that's what we do. That's what we
That's what
do on
we
the
do.
Chris Gunther Show. Before we get out of here, King, if anybody wants to connect with you and learn more about you and purchase the book, how can they do that?
Like I said earlier, man, KaronJosephRiley.com. You can get it at Barnes& and Noble, you can get it at Amazon, you can get it all those places. But if you want it, get that personal energy, that personal touch from me, autograph, note, keep pedaling pen, go to KaronJosephRiley.com. I'll mail it out to you myself. That's how hands-on it is around here. I like to touch the people. I like the people to touch me because I am the people's champ, baby.
Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, the king, Karon Joseph Riley on the Chris Gunther Show. Be sure that you check him out on She the People Part 2 coming on Netflix soon. Peace and love,
August
y'all.
14th. August 14th, y'all. August 14th. Tune in. Don't meet me there. Beat me there, y'all. Keep pelling, King. I love you, man.
Love you, brother. Y'all be cool. I'll see y'all next time.